Playing football for 8 years, Jackson's received a lot of important life lessons that have helped him become the musician he is today. The initial call for the rally was in result of Durkin being reinstated as head coach, but now the SGA and other communities around campus are asking for the student body to show up at the football game and support the team. Governor Hogan has received the endorsements of both the Washington Post and the Baltimore Sun, which is highly unusual for both papers to endorse a Republican candidate during the same election cycle. Brain cancer patients, survivors, doctors, and others rappelled down this 18-story building, but they say that this is nothing compared to the fights that they're facing. Well, it's been a wild 24 hours here at the University of Maryland, but we're now learning from multiple news sources that head coach DJ Durkin has been fired. That's right, and the beauty and charm of Ellicott City has been tested since its founding in 1772 from devastating and even sometimes deadly floods, yet they continue to bounce back. And when crossing the street, you always want to make sure you stop, look both ways for cars, and cross safely at the crosswalk. Yay or nay to Old Bay?
Yeah.
And finally, favorite meme or Vine?
Wow, meme or Vine?
The senators were only provided with one copy of the FBI report that they were given a 1-hour window to review here inside of the Capitol. And while research is underway to find a cure, pediatric oncologist Eugene Huang says that they are getting closer and closer every day. Yesterday's decision by the University System of Maryland Board of Regents has been met with a firestorm of criticism from players to fans and public officials on campus and beyond. Thanks, guys. The rally looking for justice for Jordan turned out to be a bit of a surprise to many, with students split between the way that justice should be served.
We will continue upon
A campus divided.
Who do we want it for? Jordan! Justice!
A common interest in mind, two different solutions.
I didn't expect it to be a football booster movement, and I didn't expect it to be a shouting match.
And over the past couple of days, the message of the rally has changed. The initial call for the rally was in result of Durkin being reinstated as head coach, but now the SGA and other communities around campus are asking for the student body to show up at the football game and support the team.
What do we want? Justice! Who do we want it for?
Student government president Jonathan Allen made the call for the support of players separate from the organization.
On that note, we should all be there at the game on Saturday supporting the students.
Others believe boycotting the games is the answer.
Student! Boycott! Student! Boycott!
Shouts, protests, and riots broke out among the crowd.
This toxic culture has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! This toxic culture has got to go! Hey, hey!
Some called for more student unity.
Just to show that there's just solidarity among the students. That's like, that is a huge part of it.
And others think there's more to be done.
Now go up there and demand that this Board of Regents answers to you. This Board of Regents calls on you. Answer the call. You are the future, not them.
And I think Damon Evans also needs to be fired.
Hundreds of students showed up in Jordan McNair's honor, but many said their fight will not end with Durkin's firing. In College Park, Danielle Stein, CNS TV. The results are in, sort of. The FBI report was released today looking into allegations against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. And while the contents of the report remain unavailable to the public,
this is something we don't talk about outside of the classified setting.
The senators were not afraid to speak up, some in support.
I think everybody has the information they need in my judgment.
Some in opposition of Kavanaugh's confirmation.
This report only deepens my doubts and questions about this nominee's temperament and trustworthiness.
Both Maryland Senators Van Hollen and Cardin agreed the FBI's report is incomplete.
I think it raises more questions than it answers.
Lots of people who said that they had important information to provide who were not contacted and not interviewed.
Some senators found other flaws in the investigation. The senators were only provided with one copy of the FBI report that they were given a 1-hour window to review here inside of the Capitol.
Obviously, it makes it difficult for everybody to have access to the report. when you have only one copy.
9 witnesses were interviewed by the FBI. Judge Kavanaugh and Christine Blasey Ford were not. And come Saturday, all 100 senators are expected to cast their vote, many with their minds already made up.
Based on Judge Kavanaugh's testimony and his temperament in his last appearance, he should be disqualified.
But take your brain with you and look at the evidence, or lack thereof.
On Capitol Hill, Danielle Stein, CNS TV. The Hamden neighborhood of Baltimore is still waking up in the morning, but Courtney Fix has been off and rolling since the crack of dawn.
My body's so used to it, it's probably like unnatural. Like I know people are like, how are you alive?
At Full Circle Artisan Palace, Courtney knows donuts like the back of her hand.
And I was like, those bitches are done, like take them out. Like I can tell from a picture now, it's like disgusting.
Courtney bought the Palace just under a year ago, and they've been serving up some of the most unique flavors in Charm City ever since.
I try to just like put enough flavors out that if you came here, like it would be really hard for you to say like I went there and I didn't want anything.
And why donuts? Courtney loves their versatility.
So the ability to take it wherever I want to take it is normally just like up to what I want to do with it.
The shop has 6 to 8 flavors a day, ranging from sweet to savory. Courtney chooses her flavor combinations based on the season, and this week she's trying out something new with pumpkin and pepper cream.
Everything needs like a factor, like it needs like a sauce and a garnish, and like everything has to make sense. So like if you take a bite, like you should be getting all of that in your bite.
Past flavors include pizza, Cheetos, and even jalapeno poppers, and Courtney has a running list of over 300 combinations. The Palace's Instagram page has been a huge marketing push so far.
Any picture that I put in the morning, that's the first donut to sell during the day. It's insane.
As a young female entrepreneur, she's had her skeptics.
As soon as they come out, they're like, oh, you own it. Oh.
But Courtney is just being herself.
I worked very hard to buy this business, and I'm going to run it the way that I want to run it.
In Baltimore, Danielle Stein, CNS TV.